Well, Defence Minister Peter MacKay was at the Canadian Forces Base here in Halifax today, where he was forced to defend the government on two big spending fronts: Canada's problematic submarines and those F-35s. We'll start with the fighter jets and what appeared to be a confused defense of that controversial price tag. Our Terry Milewski has that story. Terry.
Well, Peter, the government has been insisting that one reason it's costing for the F-35 was $10 billion less than the parliamentary budget officer was that the PBO did not count operating costs. So the government left those out too, so as to compare apples with apples. Trouble is, the PBO did include operating costs, and the Defence Minister seems to have his facts mixed up about that.
There appears to be a different calculation that has been used when it came to the final amount.
Peter MacKay tried to explain today why operating costs were not included in the government's estimate of the lifetime cost for a fleet of F-35s. It matters because operating costs are about half of the total price to fly the planes for 30 years. MacKay says he can't undo the confusion about the F-35 purchase.
You can't make time go backwards. You can roll your tape back, but I can't go back.
But apparently he can rewrite the Auditor General's report.
I've got the Auditor General's report.
To show that operating costs were properly left out of the estimate, MacKay said the report reveals that the Parliamentary Budget Officer, Kevin Page, did the same thing.
And the contingency, operating costs, and national defence personnel, which I've just referred to in a previous answer, are not included in the Parliamentary Budget Officer's accounting.
Problem. What he called the PBO's accounting is not. It's the Defence Department's, labelled as such in the auditor's report. So it's MacKay's own department, not the PBO, that took out the operating costs, making the total look much smaller. The government's internal estimate, not made public, was $16 billion. But publicly it said just $5.7 billion. The PBO said it was $14 billion. But MacKay says he's ready to defend the F-35.
I'm just an optimistic guy.
Now, tonight, the Prime Minister's office says that the government tried to match apples with apples in its response to the Parliamentary Budget Officer. But if so, it seems the confusion continues. Peter.
All right, Terry, thanks very much. Terry Milewski in Ottawa tonight.